everybody. Welcome to the Elusive Dick. I'm Marjorie.
And I'm Barbara.
And today we're going to go through Who's Marjorie?
Who is Marjorie?
That's right. We did the Who's Barbara.
That's right. Now it's your turn.
Now it's my
turn.
turn.
To be in the hot seat.
In the hot seat. So let me tell you, it took, after doing your episode, it was a little bit weird for me to kind of think about my past. And then I realized how much I didn't say.
Yes.
So this
are we saying...
This is like a redo.
Right, because we did mine, and then Marjorie went second in the same recording session. And then subsequently, she asked for a redo.
I did.
And I felt like during that recording that I had talked so much, and then you went and you said barely anything. I'm like, well, this is not like... So I'm glad we're doing a redo, because I think you have a lot more to say.
Yes, I think I do. But it was definitely weird to think about my past.
I know. I did a lot of reflecting before I did, the recording of Who is Barbara. And, because we've been around a while, there's a lot that happened.
A lot.
All right. So whenever you're ready, I'm here to listen.
Ask away. So, as we talked, you came from a Catholic family. I came from a Catholic family. I think my family did not practice Catholicism like yours did. I mean, for the most part in my household, being Catholic was something you did when there was a wedding or somebody died.
Yep.
And then we did have to go to catechism classes, but we didn't have to go to Catholic school because my parents went to Catholic school and they were hit by the nuns. So that was a non-starter for them.
Well, that's good. You escaped that.
Yeah, we escaped that. But basically the girls that in my neighborhood that went to Catholic school joined us in high school. Mm-hmm. So that what Billy Joel says about Catholic girls and things like that. That was clearly the situation that was happening when they joined us in high school. But I grew up in Long Island. I was the middle kid. My brother, I have an older brother, a younger sister. They used to call it the bologna between two slices of bread, which is what I told you before.
I've never heard that.
I think, we lived what I call a white bread life.
Okay.
We never saw anybody of any color. We just assumed everybody was white.
Yes.
School, we never had any bombs or problems or anything in school. Everything was just happy-go-lucky.
It's idyllic.
We hung out together in packs of kids and things like that. But I did not date. Not
this
at
is
all.
during high school?
During high school.
Okay. And why? Just not interested?
There was never anybody there that appealed to me.
Oh, that sounds, kind of same.
So it was...
But you didn't even have, crushes and things?
I had a crush on a guy named...
Okay.
But apparently he didn't have a crush back, so that was the end of that.
So that was the end of that. Just go hang out with your girlfriend.
I mean, other than the random spin the bottle...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Situation.
Yes, which you end up kissing somebody you don't even want to kiss.
You don't want to kiss, for sure.
Who made up that game? Okay.
So... And for my prom, I ended up I used to work at Pathmark as a cashier. So one of the guys that worked at Pathmark, I asked him to be my date for school. He was a cute guy. And so he
went with you?
He went with me. So that was...
All right. Good.
I always believed I was in the wrong house. I believed that my parents could not be my parents. There's no way.
Because you were so different from them?
I was different. I felt like I didn't belong in Long Island. I felt like I had to get out.
Okay.
I used to tease my parents because at the time Howard Hughes was on TV a lot about being the richest bachelor and all that. And I used to say to my parents, "That's who I should be. That's my dad.
I should be Howard Hughes' daughter.
This just cannot be." I landed up. And picture this. I mean, my mother was named Mary, who was like the Virgin Mary, and very quiet. And my father was named Hugo, and he was extremely quiet. I don't think my father really said more than 2,000 words to me in my whole life.
What?
He was very quiet. He would do his job, come home, and, we lived a very routine sort of life. And I thought to myself, this just cannot be where I am supposed to be. This is wrong on so many levels. So when I got a chance to go to college, I hightailed it to the city to go to Pace University. I would have gone to any school just to get the hell out of Long Island.
Just to get out of Long Island. Anywhere but Long Island.
Anywhere but Long Island. I really felt like, I was also one of those girls who liked the Gidget movies.
Oh, yeah.
So, I believed that there was my moondoggie somewhere in this universe. And, that life was going to be fun and hip.
Uh-huh.
But in Long Island, it wasn't like that. And I was like, this cannot be for me.
No fun for you on Long Island.
No fun for me on Long Island.
So then Marjorie came to the big city.
I did. I came to New York City. And, what was interesting was I lived in a dorm at Pace University. So, of course, you have roommates from all over the world. So it was really fascinating to meet all these different people. And I enjoyed the fact that people were from all these different countries. And I would actually come home to my parents and be like, do you know that people in, Ghana do this? People do this in Tunisia, like, why can't we do this?
Yeah.
So, it was interesting because I basically didn't do well at math. So I ended up getting a tutor.
Wait, and you're an accountant.
And I'm an accountant.
Okay. We digress.
So I sucked at algebra.
Okay.
So I got a tutor from a guy who was in my accounting class.
Uh-huh.
And so you know what happens when you're in that situation? You start to flirt with each other. And so I was like...
As you do.
As you do. So it was interesting enough. I ended up dating my algebra tutor.
Oh.
His name was Fred.
Oh, nice.
So
okay. Wait, so is this like the first person you ever really dated since you didn't date in high school?
Yes, like really like date. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was excited. I thought, oh, like I have a toy. I brought something home. I was like, look,
I brought something. Look, the shiny new thing I got.
Shiny new thing. And he tutors me, which is perfect. And I'm finally doing good at algebra and stuff like that. The problem was that Fred was black. Not only was he black, he was from Ghana.
Oh.
So, did I go to the mother source?
Uh-huh.
So apparently my parents did not like that whole scene, and I was disowned.
Wait, did you know already before?
Had not a clue.
You didn't know that they would...
No, I kind of was, like I said, it was like a shiny toy. I thought I was bringing something home. Like, look, like a person
different.
Who I like and he likes me. Isn't this wonderful?
And they didn't think it was wonderful.
He came from a good family. And, he was doing well at school and stuff like that. And they were like, no.
Oh.
That was a non-starter.
Huh. Wow.
So that, set the tone.
Did you keep seeing him anyway?
I did for a while, but the problem in that situation was that he was upset that he was not welcome.
Yes.
And since he came from kind of a, more financially higher lifestyle than I did, he was like dumbfounded that they didn't like him. So that kind of killed the whole situation.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Jeez.
It was eye-opening.
You learn, live and learn.
You live and you learn. So that's, Okay. So it was about probably 2 years where I was kind of on my own. I mean, I finished up school. I had my job. I told you I worked in the airline industry for a while.
Yes.
And I traveled the world, and so I sampled the world and enjoyed myself.
Which I love.
Yes.
I love.
It's interesting because, you don't really think about kind of people's backgrounds when you're trying to date. Mm-hmm. It's like especially in your 20s, you're kind of in the moment.
Yes,
so
for sure.
I did, I had a boyfriend in Acapulco. That was fun.
Oh.
I met a guy at Machu Picchu. That was fun. He ended up in Germany.
Oh, okay.
So
like a guy in every port,
not in every port,
airport.
but the good part about the airline industry is you had free tickets. So I got plenty of jump seats and jumped around.
Right.
And
so
enjoyed,
if there's really good ones, you
and
can
enjoyed
go back.
myself. I even met a guy who was from Pakistan. Believe it or not, when his parents found out that I existed, they married him off.
Oh.
In like 2 seconds.
What?
So we were dating. Everything was nice. We were having a great time.
Yeah.
And he told his parents about me. And then 2 weeks later, he came to me and he said, "I have to break up with you. I'm getting married." His parents imported a girl from Pakistan and
married him off.
And married him off.
Jeez.
So
you had lots of
interesting stories.
Very interesting stories.
So I also had like a jazz period.
Oh,
with a
yes, you've
saxophone
alluded
player.
to, yes, you had a jazz
I
period.
had a jazz period.
So was that also during the college? No,
Yeah.
after college.
That was after college.
Okay. Well, let's.
I was living in the city. It was, different.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the night scene. You're basically going to clubs every weekend.
Mm-hmm. So you met him when you were out listening to jazz?
I was out with three other girls, and he needed a place to sit to watch. And so they came to us
Okay.
and said, "Do you mind if he sits at your table?" I said,
Oh.
"Sure, why not?"
Oh.
Next thing I know, I was dating him.
Look at those dating gods were smiling down on you. Literally dropped a guy at your table.
Can you imagine? That was
It doesn't happen now.
no, it doesn't happen.
What were you in your 20s?
I was in my
30s?
20s,
Yeah, it
but he
happens
was in
when you're
his
your
40s, which was like that was a whole nother kind of like had already been married, had kids, like
Okay.
he'd done all the firsts.
Uh-huh.
So
Wait, did your parents meet him?
yeah, they didn't like him either.
Because he's too old.
Too old, and he was black, so that definitely killed
Oh.
it on two fronts.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
I didn't learn my lesson.
Apparently not.
Not,
But good for you.
not that I cared at that point.
No, it doesn't matter. You didn't need their validation.
No.
Okay.
So, so picture the time I was working at Arthur Anderson, and I lived in the city. So I had all these different adventures, which was nice. And that's when I ended up meeting the doctor number one.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, so I was dating the saxophone guy. I wanted to break up with him, but I hadn't gotten to it yet.
Okay.
And I ended up cutting my finger open, and we ended up at the emergency room. And that's how I met doctor number one.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Wait, did the jazz guy bring you to
Yes.
the
The jazz guy
ER?
brought me to the emergency room.
All right, so he met doctor number one.
No, he never met him. He stayed outside.
Oh, okay, got it.
So,
Wait, this is so funny. All right, then what happened?
so we were in the hospital, and my finger was cut, pretty deep or whatever. And so we were joking around because he wanted me to lay in the hallway, and he would fix my finger. I said, "I'm not laying in the hallway."
Right.
So he brought me into this other emergency room, and he said, "Just don't touch the walls," because there was blood splattered across the wall. So he pulled the bed out, and I laid down on there. Then he ended up stitching my finger. So while he was stitching it, I was joking with him. He said, "He's doing a good job." I said, "Well, if you do a bad job, can I sue you?" Which is something that doctors don't really want to
No,
hear.
they don't want to hear that. You got a little smart mouth.
So
over
then
there.
he, as a joke back, he basically ended up wrapping my finger so that it looked like,
yeah,
10
huge.
inches long. And so that's how I ended up going out with him. He asked me to do his taxes. I said, fine.
Okay, so that was the start of that.
Yeah, so that was the start of that. And then I don't know if I told you, I think I told you the episode where we ended up getting together. I gave him his tax return back. He basically told me that he didn't want a relationship. He just wanted to have sex. And I said, sure,
Oh, yeah.
that's fine. And I think I told you the story.
Wait, but he wasn't married yet.
No, he wasn't married.
Okay.
Anyway, I told you the story about how we ended up together the first time. But after that, we ended up being friends for a really long time. And we kind of loved each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wasn't Jewish. And so that was
Right.
the negative for him. And
Yep.
so in the end, we ended up breaking up. And I went our separate ways. And he ended up marrying this Jewish girl. And he had two kids with her.
Okay.
In a very unhappy marriage that lasted all these years. So he finally got divorced.
Right, because you told him he should get divorced.
I think he knew that, but I mean, I think he was trying
confirmed
his
the
best.
fact.
Yeah, I think he was trying his best to like keep it together
Yeah.
for a really long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But he did know my ex,
Okay.
my husband, who passed away.
Yes.
So they stayed friends.
And how did they know each other?
Just because I introduced him, and
Yeah.
Keith looked at it this way: is like he didn't consider him a threat. He just said, "You're stupid. You didn't marry Marjorie." So like, what?
Right.
You're the mistake. So then at the end of the day, when my husband was dying, he came to say goodbye to him, and they had a long conversation. And he said, "I know your wife. I know you're going to come after my wife." And he said, "Sure." So that's how that happens. And then 6 months after Keith passed away, he did come to me to make a proposition, which he'll keep his wife in Florida, and I'll be in
right.
New York, and then we'll go back and forth. Where I said no.
Right.
No, thank you.
So you're like the little side dish
Yeah, the side dish.
in New York while he's still married with a wife in Florida. No thanks.
No,
Thanks for the offer.
Well, especially after the cancer escapade, when we were talking, you were telling us about your story. The reality is your life goes into such a shitter because you're in this cancer mode.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you don't have a normal relationship. You're having sex when you can, not
Right,
when you
and
really.
it's just
It's
not-
not consistent. Life is
Yep.
not consistent because of the treatments.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like to basically have that experience and then be offered 50%.
Right. It's like, why would I want that?
I was like, why would I want that sort of situation for
No.
myself?
Like, I want it all. Yeah.
Which is interesting that some girls end up getting it all, but some of us, like you and I, are going around the all version. It's
Yeah.
not. We're not in the all package. We're in the it's possible package. Don't you think?
Yes.
The whole situation with Keith took 6.5 years.
So
Of cancer?
so just so I'm clear and everyone else. So after, let's just stay on the timeline here of the jazz guy and then the doctor number one.
Right.
Then when did you get married? Like when, we got to get to that.
Well, after Doctor Number One and I went separate, I kind of realized that I was ready for.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I had checked all the boxes. I had done everything I wanted. I was ready for somebody, and it was funny. Then Keith showed up really within 6 months. It was like as if he just knew.
And you guys met online
We met online.
Yep. And you were in your 30s?
I was in my 30s. Yep.
Okay. And you met online and then it happened pretty quickly?
Yeah, pretty quickly. I mean, within he did a more traditional 1-year engagement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Out comes the ring.
Okay.
I'm not a big marriage person, so I postponed the engagement as long as I could.
Oh, that one too?
Yes, I
I see
definitely.
a theme here. I didn't realize that.
Well, the interesting when you go back in time and you think about it, my mother used to put it in my head that I should not get married young.
Okay.
I should travel. I should have a job. So it's like I think that's
That's amazing, and that's what you did.
and that's what I did.
See, and I was never told that, and I got married young, and
And I've been
travel
proposed to
until I
like
was-
3 or 4 times now.
oh,
And so the Peruvian guy, I didn't jump on that one.
oh, he
The
proposed.
saxophone guy proposed.
Get out!
Yes.
Oh my
I'm-
God,
I-
you've been proposed to many times. Okay, I've only been maybe twice, I guess, but really
No,
one
and
that
even my
mattered.
last one, I didn't jump to I didn't mind taking the ring, but I just
I know it was a damn nice ring. I'm like, oh, you took it, but you're not actually engaged.
well, I'm engaged. I'm just not going to the next.
Yeah, you're engaged, but you're not actually going to follow through with anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for
Not
you.
that I wouldn't have followed through, but I felt the signs were there.
Yes, as we know,
So-
because. All right, so back to Keith.
Yes.
So then you had the 1-year engagement, and then you got married.
No, we at the end of dating 1 year, we got engaged, and then we were engaged a couple of years.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't rush.
wow, you really didn't. Okay.
No, the only reason why we got married is because he wouldn't have a child without getting married.
Oh, right. Yes, you told me that. Okay.
But he
and
would
then
buy real estate with me, but he would not have a
child with you,
That
unless
was
you were
that,
married.
That was the border.
Okay. All right, I get it. I'm on Keith's side here.
So then we ended up I needed IVF to have a baby, so I got pregnant. And literally 3 months after Keith was diagnosed with cancer, that was after Haley was born. So that,
3 months after your daughter was born, Keith was diagnosed with cancer. And how long had you been together then at this point?
probably about 4 years.
About 4 years. Yeah,
So that was my gift.
that was your gift from the universe.
Yes.
Aren't we
from-
lucky? God, we are so freaking lucky. Yeah. And you don't have to talk about this if you don't want, but since you had so many other sexual experiences before meeting Keith, then were you very open in your relationship with him, like physically, about like what you liked, didn't like, or
The good news about
come
Keith
later?
was that you could ask for whatever you wanted and you got it.
Oh,
So-
okay. So
he was
open.
accommodating. He was totally accommodating.
Oh, okay. Good. So it was good, and then he got sick, and then
And then,
we've
and then it
discussed,
ebbed and flowed depending on
course.
where you were in treatment and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it's not yeah, cancer treatment is not conducive to being
No.
high libido.
Mm.
And then how? All right, continue.
I mean, you know, what can I say? That was 6.5 years of cancer treatment. Till
That's a long time.
right.
And he was always in some sort of treatment, having some sort of treatment,
In the beginning and the end. In the middle,
Yeah.
it was like a little bit
like
of
a pause.
a pause and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it just puts this whole other like veil and darkness over your like marriage. I mean, I know for me it did, and I talked about that and your relationship.
Yeah, I mean, the good news with us is that we would always write to each other a letter every Valentine's Day and kind of talk about the temperature of the relationship.
Oh.
So at least like he knew and I knew what he was thinking and stuff like that. So that was helpful. But it definitely made the post Keith a different challenge because now you felt deprived.
Yeah.
So that you had to kind of that you were looking to make that up.
So how did you deal with all the grief and loss and
Well, the reality was, as you know, with having a kid, I had gone to a therapist and they had said, you know, I was like, well, how do you deal with a kid and going
Yes.
through the situation? And so they basically said, you grieve, your child will grieve the way you grieve. So if you crack up, she'll crack up. If you don't crack up, she won't crack up. So I chose not to crack up. But it was not easy because you were also now an outcast in a lot of ways. The world treated you differently.
Yes.
So
Yep. And then going to all the school functions, and there's the mom and the dad and the kid, and then there's
then there's you.
you.
Right.
Yeah, that was great. Wasn't that fun?
So
And then how long were you?
it was
Like,
about
when did you start dating?
2.5
again?
years after he passed away, I finally started to date.
And did you feel like kind of what was that process over those 2.5 years?
I, of course, did it the Marjorie way. I ended up, there was a gentleman I used to have a thing with at Arthur Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
And so I asked my friend on Facebook, like, how do you write to somebody on Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
And she, that privately. So I wrote to him and I said, you up for a booty call?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so he
that's
wrote,
how you were dipping
so then
your
when
toe
I hit
back in.
send, and then I realized I was like, oh shit, what did I do?
Yes. I can't unsend.
I can't unsend. But I thought to myself, the likelihood of Henry being
Right.
a single
Single,
was probably great because he was terrible at relationships. So I thought he was good at sex, but he was bad at relationships.
Okay.
So anyway, a couple of days later, I get a text back and it says, I remember you any place, anytime. So that's how I made an appointment with him.
Appointment. Well, it's weird, right? Dipping your toes back in after being
Well, also, I
married
wasn't
and with
necessarily
someone
sure that I could handle a relationship at the moment. I wasn't interested in showing, bringing someone to my daughter. Like,
Oh, gosh,
I just
no.
was trying to get some comfort.
Yes.
So,
And did you, I had talked about how I was completely numb for a while afterward. Did you go through that as well? Or what were you feeling physically your body?
numb, but also sleep deprived. I mean, I had
yeah.
basically had a newborn child. At the same time, I had a sick and dying husband. It was like I never slept.
Yeah, that is rough.
So it was hard,
Yeah, at least
So for
Andrew was 2.5 and slept through the night.
Right, for the first
Wow.
year, at least, I needed to sleep to kind
Yeah.
of get myself together.
Right. So it wasn't even crossing your mind, any...
No. It was
Yeah.
about 2.5 years when I realized, I needed to at least wake myself up a little bit.
Right, do things still work?
So they did.
Well, yes, I'm glad.
But that, too, was interesting because I dated a bunch of different people and stuff like that. And then there was a day that I found a gentleman I really thought was cute. He was wearing a tuxedo in his Match.com picture. He had a great smile. He was an older gentleman. And there was something about him that I really, really, really liked. But something also bothered me. So after our third date, I finally said something to him. And I was like, are you married? Something's not right here. I feel
Yeah.
something's weird. which is when he told me that he was married.
Ugh.
And his wife was ill and blah, blah, blah. So I broke it off. And then I said to myself, enough with this married shit.
Yeah.
So I broke it off and everything and kept moving. And then I was like ready. And that's when I met my ex.
Mm-hmm. Doctor number 2, as we refer to him.
Doctor number 2.
And that's when you met him.
Yes.
Okay.
So that one was a 13-year age difference, which, he said he didn't like, but he could deal with it.
Oh, he said he didn't like that?
Well, yeah.
And he's 13 years younger.
Just
to be clear.
Then,
He said that like from the get-go?
Yeah, he apparently, after the second date, he was like, I don't like it, but it is what it is, sort of thing. And he accepted it. At the end of our first week of dating, he had proposed.
What? At the end of the first week?
Columbus Circle, yes, he proposed. And I said
I don't think I knew this.
And I said no.
Gee, I mean, because you're a smart person. Who's going to say yes after 1 week? Okay.
And then after 3 months, he proposed again. That's when I said yes, and that's when I got the ring.
Wait, I knew you then.
Yes, you knew me.
I didn't realize you had only been with him for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. And then that ring sat in the safe. Sometimes.
Well, no.
You wore it sometimes, right?
I wore the ring up until the time we had an episode where he got mad at me. And after that episode, when he said he's not sure he can marry me, I really never wanted to put the ring back on.
Right.
So I would wear it very occasionally.
Yeah. So it was like a message to him. If you don't think you can marry me, I'm not wearing this ring.
So, so then, that lasted 10 years.
Yeah, it was a long time.
A long time.
And now here we are.
Now back to dating.
Can you believe?
I couldn't believe it in the beginning, but now I do believe it because I feel like I missed a step.
What do you mean?
I think when I was with Keith, I was ready. And I had done all the bells and whistles.
Yes.
I think when it came
to doctor number 2.
To doctor number 2. Sorry, that I was ready, but I wasn't ready.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the signs.
Yeah, you need to give yourself more time, maybe, and to take it slower with him, or was it like you were missing being part of that couple? So
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was probably more that he had a lot of the bells and whistles that I liked. That I overlooked what I didn't like.
Yes. Because there was a lot of great things on paper. That was same with my narcissist ex.
So.
Yeah. And he was my first boyfriend after Chris died. And I was with him for 7 years.
Right.
Again, not seeing things that weren't great and just really focusing on there were a lot of good things.
Right. And also just not being honest about what I wanted. Mm-hmm. Because in a way you're so deprived because of the situation that it's hard to turn around and say, I'm deprived.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to fill this hole. And I didn't communicate that part of it.
So now you feel ready?
I think I'm probably 75% ready. I kind of feel like I need to fix a few more things.
Okay.
But at least I'm starting to feel like I'm closer to a newer Marjorie.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was saying last time. Like I don't even know if I want to be like in a committed monogamous relationship right now. I mean, I say that, but then if you meet the right person.
Listen, I still want a moon doggy. I mean, that's just who I am. I just really want that other side.
Okay, I get it. So this is the Marjorie story.
This is the Marjorie story.
And here we are. It's such a process, isn't it?
It for sure is a process. But I think that's also why, to go back to the conversation we were having on a prior episode, which is to have a possibility of a threesome. Like, sometimes you just need to kind of do things different and have a fun moment that you're just not going to have.
I really
like our married girlfriends, you all know, are not having half the fun that we have.
Oh yeah, no. Probably not. Definitely not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm having so much fun. If I meet like the one right now, then all this fun stops.
Yes, but at least you have the memory of the fun, and that's what I think is good.
Yes, that's why I have to pack in all the fun.
Yes.
Because who knows?
Yes, because you never know. And I want to
never
be
know.
80 years old, and I want to remember that I had fun.
Right. So when we're having our coffee at 80, we can discuss and reminisce about all the amazing times we had.
Yeah, why not? Listen, you're at fireman. And a double fireman package could be like...
I know. I really have to think about this. You can be lots to think about.
It's bad of me to push you in that direction.
No.
Because you know Ginger doesn't do it for me.
I know Ginger doesn't do it for you. Hey, you pushed me to go to Greece. That turned out well.
Yes, it did.
So maybe the threesome fireman situation will be just as memorable. I love you, honey.
Well, I hope this explains who I am.
I think everyone should be an airline attendant and just go travel the world.
Yeah,
I
the
love
flying
this.
thing was a gift. I mean, really,
I
to
wish
be
I had
able to
done
fly
that.
every week was wonderful. I love that.
That's amazing. Yeah. Good for you. Cheers. Cheers for Marjorie.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I hope that explains it.
And if anyone has any questions for Marjorie, you can send them to the elusive dick podcast at gmail.com.